to our Spy on the Cop. This week we're going to be reviewing the Tottenham game and previewing the away match at Southampton.
Well, what a game. The Tottenham game, 2-2. I thought we looked quite good in that first half. I thought Lovren was looking really good.
I thought the defence looked solid.
They did, and Lovren was looking really good with Van Dijk. Like they had the makings of a potential good partnership there, but the penalties, very soft penalties in my book, very soft penalties.
Well, obviously the keeper comes off his line, that the striker going down like that is going to be given, and the one of the Mellor, I thought it was minimal contact. The linesman even saw it from where he was, because the actual contact was behind the Mellor. So
well, is that
I don't think the referee was going to give it at first.
Well, he went over, didn't he? You know, to the linesman. He was having that discussion, and you could hear him saying that he was. I know it wasn't VAR was there, but there was some kind of video that they was looking for, and he was waiting for something to come back. He'd requested that, and then didn't actually wait for an answer, and just actually gave it anyway.
I think John Moss had a stinker. I think he lost the game early doors. I mean, the tackle with Arnold on Ben Davies in the first half, where Ben Davies should have been booked, didn't get booked, and then the second half, same kind of tackle, he booked Arnold. For me, John Moss lost the match.
I think that was part of what Klopp was saying, you know, when, you know, after the game as well. I mean, some of the tackles that they were going flying in on our players and nothing was given, and then the slightest of touches in the penalty area, you know, results in a penalty. Yeah. There should be some kind of cohesion. You know, these decisions should be equal, you know, regardless of whereabouts on the pitch that they happen in my book.
Ref watch should be about 4 for John Moss. I thought he lost the game. You know, he ruined the game actually by just losing control of it.
Well, he did. Now, as I said before, I think Liverpool had a very good first half.
The defence was solid.
It was.
The team looked solid. Got off to a fantastic start.
Well, yeah. Second half, I would say I'd give that to Spurs. I think they came back into it, Spurs. I mean, I know they had the two soft penalties, as we just said, but I still...
They dominated the second half, didn't they?
2-2 overall was probably a good result. I'd have taken that before the game against Tottenham.
Second draw against the top 5 team, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I thought we'd won when Salah scored that goal late on. I really did think we'd won. And then that happened straight away. It was
plus points though. Karius looked like the goalkeeper would actually ball. You know, he did look Neuer-esque, straight off his line. Didn't I saw him at 1-0?
That was his best performance in Liverpool shirt. I was going to say a red shirt then, but
there's the agree. They come for crosses, collected crosses. He looked a good goalkeeper.
He did.
The only thing he really did of any note was punch it out straight to Wanya and return it with interest, but you can't fault him for actually going, you know, dominating his area.
Well, any other day that would have ended up in the stands, wouldn't it?
No, it's as a 10-day finish with the cup, aren't they?
I mean, they're things that you can't save really. It's just one of those things that happen.
Yeah, so good performance from the team really.
Disappointed with the draw, but again, at the end of the day, it was a good result. You would have taken it, as we said before the game. So moving on to the next game then, the Southampton game, which is going to be later today. They're a bit hit and miss, aren't we, against Southampton when all said and done?
It could be rather 0-0 or a sneaky 1-0, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we've got enough of the players as well, so you think that we know them inside out. So
it's basically like Southampton playing themselves today, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, the last time we played them was at Anfield, and it was we did win 3-0, and I mean, we had a really good day that day, and Salah got 2, Coutinho got 1, didn't he? You know, so it was.
I remember the performance of Liverpool played really well on the day, didn't they?
They did. It was a fantastic.
Southampton had like 20 minutes where the elders, and then obviously first goal from Salah, and then Liverpool just went inside from there, and then second half just controlled the game really.
Well, absolutely. But the reverse fixture from this one last season, though, away at Southampton, that was 0-0. Again, it was the same. I thought we were trying to score, we just couldn't.
We dominated in last game, if I remember right. Loads of chances, we just couldn't seem to find that goal. I remember saying I put Sturridge on, you know, someone who can just get the goal.
No, we've not beaten Southampton at their ground in the last 3 attempts, you know, in the league. And funnily enough, the last Southampton player to actually score against us in this particular fixture at their ground was Mane. So I hope he scores again today, but obviously it'll be for us. So
it'd be funny if he scored no goal. Stop scoring.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that.
No, I think Mane will play well today. He plays.
Yeah, he needs it, doesn't he? Because as we've said in previous videos, he's still a really good player. He's still getting a few goals. He's not that player that we had last year. And so hopefully he will come back.
His touch does need to be slightly better lately, doesn't it?
It certainly does. So, possible lineup. Who do you see playing then today, Steve?
I think Karius will be in goal. I think Arnold will stay at right back. I think he'll stick with Lovren and Van Dijk. Robertson at left back. And then in midfield, I think he'll play Chan, Milner and Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah, because I mean, Henderson's only just come back from injury, hasn't he? So we can see him probably being rested.
Yeah, like that, really.
Wijnaldum has been a bit hit and miss recently, hasn't he? Again, he's another player. Again, last season looked really, really good. Hit and miss this season. Matip again, he's another one like that, isn't he? So.
Well, I think he should leave the defence alone from last week. I thought Alexander would be solid. So.
So front three, I take it we're going for Salah, Mane and Firmino again.
I think that just they pick themselves, don't they?
Yeah, you can't leave that.
And they've had a week off from last Sunday, so.
Well, yeah, hopefully they'll be fine. All three will get goals and assists, and we'll win comfortably. Hopefully, I was going to say about 10-0 then, but I mean, let's not jump too far ahead.
Hopefully.
So on the substitutes bench then.
I think it'll be Mignolet. I think he'll go for Klavan and Matip. Ings, Wijnaldum, Henderson and Solanke, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of players there who can come on and score, create, shall we say. I mean, Wijnaldum, if he comes on, we know that he does get a few goals, he's got it going forward. Henderson is another guy, if he is, on the bench, to come on, and the two young strikers, Ings and Solanke. I mean, Ings is, obviously he's had a long time out injury, but
he looks like a fox in the box, Ings, when
I've got a bit of a soft spot for him, I've got to be honest. I want him to do really well.
I really do as well.
I want any Liverpool player to do well, but especially Ings. I think it's because of the injuries he's had. So with that then, the key battles for today. Where do you see this?
Well, I think Carrillo against Van Dijk's one. Van Dijk will be firm today. Emre Can against Romeo in midfield, because he's sort of like, he's the ball winner for Southampton to get some movement, so Can can get on top of him, win that battle. Obviously, more Salah against Stevens, who's playing really well there. Scored 3 goals in his last 3 games. But Salah scored, why is it? Salah's just phenomenal.
It's 28 goals up to now, isn't it? So.
And I think an interesting one will be Buffel for Southampton if he turns up against Robertson. With the he's like the pace on the flank.
There's some good battles there. I mean, I don't fancy Stevens against Salah, to be honest. I don't think anyone would fancy playing up against him.
I think the interesting one will be Robertson against Buffel, because Robertson will try and push him back, so it's if Buffel can track him back, because I think that's an interesting battle. Okay.
Well, predicting scores. I'm going for 1-0. But then again, history says 0-0, so I'm going to cop out here and say to you, I'm going to say 1-0, or it could possibly be 0-0.
I'm going for 1-0. I think Liverpool will do it today.
Right, well, hopefully they will do. So anyway, we'll be back after this. Right, welcome back then. So we've got on to guess the famous Koppite again. So can you guess the player from these particular clues? Now this player this week who we've chosen, he was a Liverpool player between 1970 and 1981.
He had 34 caps for the Republic of Ireland and scored no goals.
We signed him from Skelmersdale United.
He made 475 Liverpool appearances and scored 76 goals.
He won 4 league titles in 73, 76, 77 and 79.
He won 1 FA Cup in 1974.
2 European Cups, 77 and 78.
2 UEFA Cups in 73 and 74.
And 4 Charity Shields as well.
Who is this Koppite?
Okay, and we'll give you the answer to that towards the end of the show. So in transfer news this week, I know we're not in the transfer market, but there's always rumours flying about. So the one that's been flying about this morning is Jack Butland, a £40 million target. What do you think of that one?
I wanted Liverpool to sign Jack Butland before he signed for Stoke. So I'm quite probably like, obviously it's only paper talk, but if Liverpool are interested, I hope they're going to get the man. Although if Karius carries on playing like he did last week, he might save us 40 million quid.
Well, hopefully, yeah, because he did play well, didn't he, Karius? When you see someone making so many mistakes on such a regular basis, though, you kind of think, is it just a blip when he plays well? But hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not a blip. But if it is, Jack Butland, £40 million. We've been linked with quite a few goalkeepers, haven't we? He's the one who would know the Premier League. The other keepers we've been linked with playing, was it Italy or Spain or something, haven't they? So
that's why I go for Jack Butland, because he's got Premier League experience, and I think if you get an English goalkeeper, he knows the rough and tumble of it all. And he's a good in Butland, a future England goalkeeper, #1 as well. In fact, he played in goal when he got injured, wasn't he, for England?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% on that actually. But another one is Liam Bailey by Leverkusen. Now I don't know how true this is. Maybe it's all smoke and mirrors, but I mean, apparently it's been reported a massive price tag of 100 million. I can't really see he's paying 100 million for him.
That's a lot of money.
It certainly is,
For a
isn't
young
it?
player like that, for come across and hopefully fit into the pattern, but.
Well, the reason I think it is smoke and mirrors because apparently we're no longer interested in Thomas Lemar, and the reason for that is to do with the size of the transfer fee. So I can't see spending more than, because they were only asking for 90, wasn't it, for Lemar? So I can't imagine spending even more money on there.
On that though, if Klopp sort of targets a player he wants, he normally goes and gets that man. That's where I think the Lemar thing might just a small screen.
Well, it could well be saying, no, well, we're not interested, and they start looking, well, look at this guy here, you know, and then they may. But then again, we're not the only people interested. I mean, Arsenal have been linked, haven't they, with Lemar quite heavily. They did actually put a bid in the summer, didn't they?
But it's nice to go to Liverpool, which is another plus point for Klopp, isn't it?
It is.
And on that, Leon Bailey, Arsenal are interested in him as well, so it could be like, you have Leon Bailey, we'll have Lemar.
Yeah, we seem to be going for the same players, don't we? Don't we, at the moment?
Then you get your own scouts.
Sorry, Fanta could say that to us, actually.
Good something by their scouts, you know what I mean?
Right, anyway, that was only a short segment, and we'll be back after this.
See you well. Well, welcome back to our Spy on the Cop. Right, now let's talk about a bit of LFC news this week. And more sport news is Firmino wants to stay longer.
Bobby Firmino, yeah, he said that he wants to stay at Liverpool long term, and that is a massive, massive statement because he is one of the best players, in not just for us, but in the whole Premier League, in my book.
He is, and he's fundamental to how Klopp plays, the style of football he plays, isn't he? So
everything, you know, is. I mean, it's not just the goals he scores; it's the assists, it's the movements. You know, sometimes just his movements which takes people away. You know, which allows people like Mane and Salah, you know, to get
I think it's
as well.
essential to Klopp's spine of the team as well, because if you think about it, you've got. Obviously, let's just say Karras is in number one now, so you've got Jack Butland, then he's got Van Dijk as the centre back, then he's got Koppite coming in central midfield, and then he's Firmino up top, and all the rest are just like fringes. So that's a good spine.
It's a very good, and hopefully we will put a big deal in front of him and he'll sign it as well. Because at the moment it is just words. Then words need to be backed up by contracts. But I can't see a problem with Firmino staying. He seems to be enjoying life.
I think he's happy.
The rest, doesn't he? So
I think he's found his niche, like Liverpool suit. Firmino, he suits Liverpool.
But yeah, well, especially I think he's definitely a Jurgen Klopp player, isn't he? You know, I don't think he'd be as successful as he is. Well, he'd still be a good player, but I don't think he'd be quite the player he is without Klopp. And I think that about Salah as well. I think he's come on leaps and bounds playing under Klopp because I think he likes people having this freedom and going forward and expressing themselves. You know, and he gives people that freedom, and the people do. They really come to the front, you know, under that system. I think.
They do.
And talking about Salah as well, fastest Liverpool player to get to 20 Premier League goals. What a phenomenal achievement. I mean, in all competitions, he's played 34 games and he's scored 28 goals. And he's not even a striker.
This might sound crazy, but he should have more.
You're right, he should, because the amount of
chances he creates and stuff like that.
The amount of times he's been in front of goal and he's fluffed his lines, you know. But then he scored 28 goals, so you kind of, you know, forgive him. But you do think he could have been on about 40 goals.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds bizarre. You could have it 40. And you're not joking. It's not a myth. He could have at least 40 goals and 10 more assists.
And it's not just like the way, you know, he runs through and puts it in. Some of his goals are like Messi-like. I mean, the second one against Tottenham, you know, I thought that was just an ingenious goal.
He's got that low centre of gravity with very and strong thighs, with very hard struggling off the ball. Like that goal against Tottenham last week was just like that. And his finish over Lloris, you know, Lloris is a very, very good goalkeeper. He was ordinary.
But the whole defence, Tottenham defence, because there was about 2 or 3 players there, wasn't there?
The first one where he just bounced through, he took his time and just, you know, he was unfazed by Lloris. Where I mean, Liverpool players in the past, like when they're playing like De Gea, that got phased and haven't scored.
This is it. It's a confidence thing, isn't it? And this guy's full of confidence. Well, you would be after scoring that many goals, that many games. But it's
and beautifully buried the second one.
I think for the fee we paid for him, I mean, it was less than 40. I think it was 39 with add-ons or something like that.
Something like a bargain.
It's an absolute bargain, it really is, because right now, this minute, if he was for sale, I mean, touch wood that he won't be, but right now, if he was for sale, you're talking 100 million in my book.
I bet you Roma are kicking themselves, aren't they? In this current transfer market, selling for that much money, it's like Roma must be thinking, why?
Well, I do remember reading at the time, I think Roma was having some financial difficulties, so they were looking, I don't think they wanted to sell him, but they were selling him to try and get money in, so now I bet even more.
You try up this transfer fee, don't you? But never mind, though, we've got him there, so it's...
Let's hope it carries on scoring in the goals that he is doing. Okay, so early in the show, we did ask you some questions about Guess the Famous Koppite. Did you guess who it is? Well, we shall reveal now.
Stevie Highway.
It certainly was. Now, as we said, he was a player between 70 and 81. And what a career he had. I mean, all them trophies.
It cost him us nothing.
I know, I mean, but 4 leagues, 2 European Cups, 2 UEFA Cups, 1 FA Cup.
4 Charity Shields.
It's just...
Song about him at Anfield. Awesome.
I mean, he is one of those heroes, isn't he? Stevie Highway
he is
phenomenal. 475 goals as well. You know, in that period of 11 games, shall I say, in that period of 11 years. That's a man who doesn't really miss many games, is he?
And I guarantee if he had like Opta stats, then his assist must be immense.
Well, yeah.
For Tashak and Keegan, and you know. Awesome player.
It was. I mean, when he left us, he went over to Minnesota Kicks as well. So he was a bit of a pioneer going over to across the Atlantic, I guess. You know.
He was.
Anyway, great player, and
what a great way to end the show.